bum, 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 bum. Feel good. Hello, everybody. It is I, your friendly neighborhood INFP, and today we are looking at the ENFJ. This type is your, how shall I say, super motivational, go-getter type of personality, although that's not all that they do. They are, quite frankly, one of, at least I feel, one of the best people out there at being able to read people, being able to understand people, being able to often exert themselves for other people and helping other people that they don't often, I feel, from what I understand, don't often take a lot of time on themselves because they're so busy focusing on others, helping others, motivating others, and just being there for others that they can become, shall I say, overburdened. They take joy in helping a person become the best that they can be. They are take pride in themselves for helping a person catch them all. Oh wait, no, that's Pokemon. They are good at being able to motivate you to do better in life, to strive towards something. And if you don't understand how to do something, ENFJs typically, if you know one, enjoy being there to help, especially if you ask them to help you out. They are perhaps one of the friendliest MBTI types out there, but they can be extraordinarily, shall I say, maybe not in your face. That's the wrong word. They're not in your face like an ENTJ might be, or ESTP, or the others. They're more like the ones who can they can have a lot of energy and passion to where for an introvert it may be a little much. I believe I worked with a youth pastor one time as a volunteer who was an ENFJ, and by all means, a lot of youth pastors tend to be ENFJs, simply due because they like seeing youth grow up into being something better. They enjoy trying to teach the youth into becoming something better. They enjoy watching that progress of, okay, you started here and you're ending here. ENFJs are also often seen as teachers and take jobs as teachers, counselors, psychologists. Basically, their lifeblood is within the people, helping the people, focusing on people. And this can be a bit of a negative side for an ENFJ because they can get burnt out, they can get tired, they can get a little too in their own head. Not like an INFP is, but like egotistical, perhaps. They might have a penchant for becoming using it to become manipulative, shall I say. That's kind of like where I was looking at. Especially if they don't realize that it's supposed to be used for good and were raised in a bad area, they have a incredible ability to be able to use their gift at reading people, knowing how people think, knowing how people feel, and generally what is used to help people grow, including, I should say, themselves. They should also focus on themselves, which they don't often do. And sometimes they do if they're self-aware enough, but for those who aren't self-aware, they might be too busy focusing on, let me help you, let me teach you, they're very empathetic people. Very, yeah, empathetic, and sometimes I would even say sympathetic. Perhaps they're even both. And so, because of this, they can, if they were raised, like I was saying, in a bad social environment, if they were raised in a bad surrounding, if they're around the wrong group of people, they can use that to manipulate others to do what they see should be done. And it's in a different way that an ESFJ will go about it too. An ENFJ may not destroy you and everything you hold dear like an ESFJ might. More on that when we talk about ESFJs. But they might manipulate you so that you don't go against them, if you know what I mean. But generally, if we're looking at the good side, and that's what I'm trying to focus on, is the good side of the ENFJ, because they are so good at handling people thanks to their dominant function knee, they're also able to predict things and have a patience that many others don't have. Like, many others may want things now or to happen fast, but an ENFJ has the ability to just wait, to watch and see and help people along the way and seeing where that person will be. This is why you'll have people say things like, okay, well, we'll see how you do 3 years down the road, or okay, let's see how you are 5 years down the road, or here's your 3 to 5 to 10 year plan that you should follow. And then that person will be like, but I want it now. But the ENFJ would be like, nah, you have to go through this process. An ENFJ is probably one of the ones where you get this saying where it says, teach a man to fish, or wait, feed a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, or give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for his life, or something like that. You know what saying I'm talking about. ENFJs are the ones who would much prefer teaching the man how to fish. Not to say that they won't give the fish to the man if the man is hungry, but they'll be more focused on, okay, now that you've fed, we need to teach you how to go on with this throughout your life so that, hey, maybe you can start that successful fishing business that you were always looking forward to. Now, I could be completely off my rocker and have no idea what I'm saying, but this is the typical feel I'm getting from ENFJs. And they're very warm, and they are, of course, the INFP's shadow function. I know that might be the first time you're hearing that from me, the INFP shadow function. Basically, what a shadow function is, real quick, is the when you become so unhealthy that your functions switch to the inverse. So an ENFJ's shadow function would be that of an INFP, and an INFP would be that of an ENFJ. Meaning, I would turn, if I were to become super unhealthy in a certain way, I'm not entirely sure how shadow functions manifest, but if I were to become super unhealthy, my dominant function would try to be Phi, and then it would be like Phi, Ni, what is it? Phi, Ni, Si, Tai. And instead of the Phi, Ni, Si, Ti, which stands for fine sight, don't you know? So ENFJs are there, as the pun goes, to make you feel nice. I will thank the ENFJ who gave me that one, and it is definitely on one of the shirts that you can check out down below. But they are typically, if we're looking at the good side, which we are, the people who, as I said before, care so much about others. And this is why you'll see them in, as I forgot to mention, it's not just teachers or counselors or psychologists or doctors that you may see an ENFJ in. You may also see them in homeless shelters. You may see them as people who become like very big philanthropists. You may see them as people who go into business and make that business super successful by focusing on the people. Now, there is a person of contention here, but I'll get to that in a future video. I'm just going to leave that there and move on. And so I would say that I would love to be around an ENFJ. I'm not around many people.
Yeah, I need friends. People are difficult. They require a lot of focus. They have like a rhythm that I haven't quite been able to.
But I would love to be around an ENFJ simply because of their ability to motivate, to go forward, to teach you how to do better in life. And I know that some people say, motivational videos and motivational people are so stupid. I would disagree with this, because if it was, you wouldn't have people like ENFJs motivating you to do your best at almost all times, except for when they're unhealthy, but that's another issue altogether. Anyways, that has been my topic on ENFJs, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.